Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Callum of Hearth Remedies. You can use any pronouns for me. I'm a holistic nutritionist, herbalism and astrology enthusiast, and of course, a kitchen witch. Today you're joining me in my kitchen, small though it might be, because I wanted to share a little bit about what building a whole foods plant-based pantry can look like. I'm going to show you what I keep in my kitchen cabinets at home and why. Eating whole foods plant-based can be a lot of cooking at home, which can be overwhelming at first, especially if you're not used to it or you're not the strongest cook. Having the most crucial ingredients already on hand makes your life so much easier so that you can meal plan, prep, and cook the most fulfilling plant-based meals that are nutrient rich and don't take you a ton of time. The first item in my pantry, and probably the most important, is nuts. I like to keep a variety of unsalted raw nuts in my house. Not only are they a great source of fiber, they're a great source of healthy fats, which are good for the heart, and full of minerals and vitamins that can boost your energy levels. Beyond that, they also reduce inflammation all over the body, especially the blood and the heart. A handful of nuts can be a great snack, or they work as a wonderful topping for salads, oatmeal. They can be blended into nut butters, dips, or even used in baked goods. Walnuts are the healthiest nut because they contain omega-3s that protect and ensure brain function. They can also relieve depression symptoms. Other nuts, such as cashews and almonds, are high in magnesium and iron. They can help regulate metabolism and lower insulin levels. Okay, I used to hate dark chocolate, but over the years, I gradually increased the cocoa percentage in my chocolate, and now I'm a huge fan. It's actually the only way that I eat chocolate now. Dark chocolate is an excellent source of antioxidants, specifically flavonoids, which help ward off cardiovascular disease. It also boosts hormones, boosts digestion, while lowering blood pressure and blood sugar. It can be high in fat, so a good way to get the benefits of dark chocolate is by using cocoa powder, raw and organic, if you can. And of course, chocolate also acts as a mood booster. There's a reason why we love it and a reason why it makes us happy. I myself love to have a piece or 7 of dark chocolate after a meal as a sweet treat. Anything over 70% is going to be the most beneficial for you. Naturally, it's important to have some whole grains in your cabinet. Unless you have celiac disease or some other sensitivity to gluten, getting whole grains, especially whole wheat, can be really good for your gut and should be eaten. So try out all kinds of grains and see what you like. There's so much more out there than just rice, white rice, and pasta. There's buckwheat, amaranth, steel-cut oats, regular oats, quinoa, fonio, millet, teff, sorghum, freekeh, and whole wheat pasta. Use color to help you make decisions at the grocery store. So for instance, blue corn over yellow corn is going to be healthier, red quinoa over white quinoa. My personal favorite is popcorn. It's so easy to make. It's a whole grain. It can be cooked on the stove and then seasoned with whatever you like. Personally, I like to use nutritional yeast, dill. I throw all kinds of stuff in there. I personally don't recommend microwave popcorn due to some unfortunate associations with lung disease. We cannot talk about a whole foods plant-based diet without talking about beans. Legumes contain protein, zinc, and iron, just like you would expect out of an animal-based protein, but then they also contain high amounts of fiber and folate like other vegetables. They're so healthy for you. It's actually recommended that you have a serving of beans with every meal. When it comes to soybeans, processed soy foods like tofu, soy milk, have lost a lot of their nutrients. They're still very healthy for you because soybeans are such a healthy food. Even if they lose half their nutrients, they're still very healthful. So don't let it deter you. But if you're looking for a healthier alternative, a whole soybean product would be something like tempeh, which is actually my favorite, as well as miso, which can be mixed with hot water and vegetables, and then it's soup. And of course, edamame is a quick, crunchy snack. Other legumes you may want to stock and have in your house are peas, lentils, black beans, pinto beans, navy beans, kidney, cannellini, great northern. In the debate between canned versus dried beans take forever to cook, like hours and hours. Even if you soak them the night before, if you can remember to do that. I have ADHD, so I don't have the executive functioning to be able to remember to do that. So I use canned beans. There's nothing wrong with using canned beans. They're ready to go. And especially because you're supposed to have so many servings a day, I think that it's just more reasonable to have canned beans unless you're going to make a big pot of dried for the week. The only thing that you may want to look out for if you are someone who can't have high levels of salt, and in general, a lot of us should be having lower levels of salt in our diet, you may want to specifically look at the sodium levels and get low sodium beans if possible. I love to use different vinegars while cooking. They come in so many different flavors and varieties from different places in the world, different qualities. They bring so much flavor and they're so delicious. But beyond that, they improve blood sugar control, arterial function, and PCOS. They're a great way to substitute oil in different meals if you're looking for something a little more nutritious. Herbs and spices. Herbs and spices contain more antioxidants per ounce than anything else. Intense colors and flavors can actually mean more intense health benefits because the universe is perfect. Each individual herb has so many benefits that I can't even get into every single individual one in this video. The one that I would say that you should have every day if you can get it into your diet is at least a quarter teaspoon of turmeric. There is so much research around turmeric and all of the things that it can do. Turmeric is used to prevent and treat all kinds of chronic illnesses such as lung disease, brain disease, arthritis, lupus, IBS, and more. Other things that I didn't really talk about were other canned goods that I keep. So I do like to keep some canned vegetables around. It just makes life a lot easier. I like to keep tomato paste, diced and crushed tomatoes, artichoke hearts, hearts of palm, nut milk, which is great in curries. I also keep a variety of teas in my cupboard. They're a great way to stay hydrated and get more antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals in your diet. So I didn't go into my fridge and freezer today because I wanted to specifically talk about foods that can be kind of put on back stock and you can have available. I hope it doesn't seem too overwhelming. Of course, building a pantry like this can take some time. It can be expensive. If you were to go out and buy 8 bottles of vinegar today, that would be a lot. And so I don't think that that's what anyone should do. Go one at a time. If you can afford to buy one big bulk size bag of nuts, do that. If you can afford to buy one bottle of vinegar, if you had none before, if you currently don't have a ton of herbs and spices, that's something that maybe you can get one new one every time you go to the grocery store. Food costs are, of course, at an all-time high. It's very stressful. So I do recommend getting things in bulk if you can. A large bag of almonds actually does last me 6 months and probably costs around $12. I hope that this video was useful. If you're able, I ask that you please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day.